Hello, Brian Comerford from Classroom Guidance, here with the 5th of our skills summaries, making the boring stuff interesting. So subscribe and follow to keep yourself informed and up to date for all things careers. At the end of this video, you will know all about the educational occupations, the best future-proof professions within this sector, the opportunities, the makeup of the workforce, and the small matter of how much you can make. We all know education is really important and will always be needed, but what does the future of the education sector look like? The education sector comprises of primary and nursery teachers, trainers and instructors, higher and further education teaching professionals, educational support assistants, teaching and other educational posts, and of course, secondary teachers. The overall picture for this sector is reasonably healthy. 168,000 people are employed in this sector, which equates to 7% of the Irish workforce. Unsurprisingly, 94% of these workers are concentrated in the education sector itself, that is in schools. 74% of these workers are female, so the gender balance definitely could be and should be better here. 82% are in full-time employment, which is good and stable, and a whopping 93% are Irish nationals. 86% of workers had a third level qualification, while a further 11% have a further education and training, a PLC or apprenticeship qualification, so another extremely educated workforce. Employment in education occupations grew strongly by nearly 5.5% in the last 5 years, and the role with the biggest growth was that of educational support assistants. To become an educational support assistant, most complete a 1-year special needs assistant PLC course at level 5, which boosts chances of employment significantly. There are plenty of other educational FET, PLC, CAO courses available too, and the salary range for this profession is 25,000 to 41,000. But most of the teaching jobs are in primary and secondary teaching. There are two main entry routes for persons wishing to be primary school teachers: a recognised Bachelor of Education BEd degree or a recognised graduate higher diploma in education primary after doing an undergrad in any discipline, but very often people come from early childhood studies or an arts degree. For secondary teaching, you can study to be a teacher by either doing an undergrad degree that specifically qualifies you to teach certain subjects like PE and biology in DCU, or home economics and Irish in ATU Sligo, for example. Or a 2-year postgrad professional Masters of Education, a PME, but you must make sure that the subjects you study in your undergrad degree comply with the Teaching Council's requirements. A little complicated, I know, but have a chat with your guidance counsellor if you're unclear. Primary and secondary school teachers' salary range from 32,000 to 71,000. Perhaps no other sector, except perhaps health, is affected so directly by demographics. Demographics look at the specific characteristics such as age, income level, and geographic location within a population. Currently, there is a decline in the number of primary school enrolments, and this will have a knock-on effect on the demand for teachers down the line. So whilst the number of second level pupils is growing now, it will peak in 2024 to 2025 and will decline thereafter. Despite this, some difficulties will remain in recruiting teachers of science, technology, engineering, maths, Irish, foreign languages and home economics. So there will be openings there. This 24-25 secondary pupil peak will inevitably move through into the further education third level, and this, combined with targets for lifelong learning among adults and the upskilling and reskilling as we transfer to the green and digital economies, will also likely create additional demand for further education and third level teachers. The government have responded to this by creating an additional 1,000 CAO places for third level and developing more apprenticeship programs. So to sum up, employment in the education sector is heavily affected by demographic factors as well as developments in policy and funding for education. There will be a shift in demand away from primary teachers towards second level teachers, with further growth in the FET and third level sectors as the second level cohort moves through the education system. A note on the war in Ukraine: these official projections were made before the war broke out and haven't taken into account almost 7,300 Ukrainian pupils enrolled in Irish schools. This will create additional demand for teachers across all levels of the education system. So the future for educational occupations is mixed, and growth is dependent on which sector you are considering. So choose carefully. And if you haven't already, subscribe or follow and stay informed. Thank you.